call the meeting of the Cullman City Council to order for March 9th at 7 o'clock p.m. Mr. Moore, would you do roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. President Pro Tem David Moss.
Here.
Council President Kim Hall.
Here.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Here.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Here.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Here.
Thank you. This time, I'd like to ask Monty Bridgewater to lead our invocation and Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, we'd all stand. We'll pray first. Heavenly Father, I just thank you, Father, for tonight. And as King Solomon also prayed, Father, I ask today to give our mayor and council leaders wisdom and knowledge to lead this city well. Grant them clarity in difficult decisions, integrity in every action. And God, may they have a heart that seeks the good of all the people that live here in Cullman. May their leadership bring peace, justice, and flourishing for our city. And we pray it in Jesus' name, amen. Amen. We'll address the flag, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Bridgewater. This time, we'll consider approval of the minutes from the February 23rd meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
Madam President, I make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. This time, public comments, petitions, requests, and communications. We have a request for communications from Mike Pitts, candidate for Cullman County Revenue Commissioner. Mr. Pitts? And with all who are speaking, we ask that you limit all of your time to 3 minutes. Limit your comments to 3 minutes.
I'd like to thank everyone on the City Council for allowing me to come and speak tonight. My name is Mike Pitts. I'm running for Cullman County Revenue Commissioner. I'm very excited about this. I've experienced a lot of firsts. This is my first City Council meeting, so I'm glad to be here. I want to take just a few minutes to tell a little bit about myself and why I think I am the best candidate for Cullman County Revenue Commissioner. I am 58 years old. I've been married to my wonderful wife, Dorinda, for 36 years. I have two children, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. Been actively involved in Crosshaven Baptist Church for the last 18, 19 years. And I'm a graduate of Cullman High School, class of 1985. I later went on to Wallace State to earn my associate's degree and continued on to Athens State University to get a business administration degree. So I was an accounting major. I presently own Creative Design. I have 2 shops. I have one in Hanceville. We do screen printing on all types of apparel. The last 5.5 years, I've had a sign and wrap shop in Cullman beside Pepsi. We do everything from stickers to banners to signs. We wrap cars, trucks, trailers, just about everything. This has been a wonderful advantage to me running for office, that I've been able to make and produce all my own campaign materials. You may have seen my sign at the courthouse. That is 8 foot tall and 20 feet wide. I'm proud to announce that that will no longer be the largest political sign in town. I have a new one coming out this week. It'll be 8 foot tall, 28.5 feet wide. So, but I think Barry Willingham's done an excellent job in the revenue office. He's been in there for 18 years. I would love nothing more than to come in behind him with some renewed energy to pick up where he left off and do something good for the people of Cullman County. I'm a small business owner. I believe in customer service. I believe, as a small business owner, I have no choice but to be good and to be loyal to my employees, to keep and maintain them. That's what I want to take to the revenue office with me. The genuine love for people. I want to do things according to the law, and I want to do something good for the people of Cullman County. I am committed to serving and taking care of the people of Cullman County. I feel like with my education and my experience of owning and running my own business for the last 26 years makes me the perfect choice for Cullman County Revenue Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
So I got to pick on Mike a little bit. Now, this is a joke, Mike. So I think that new sign you're talking about, I think we're leaving the campaign sign into billboards, and I think we may have regulations about billboards and stuff. So you may be violating something, but I'm kidding you now. That's a first.
We'll have to check those. That's going to be a big sign.
That's pretty funny.
We'll be on the lookout for it. Okay, we had Luke Satterfield sign up to speak at this meeting this evening. Is Mr. Satterfield here? Okay, we had two other requests at the door tonight. Mr. Charles Cobb, update on Bolte Crossing subdivision.
Thank you all for letting me come tonight and speak. As usual, the problems we have, the street lights, they come out and play with them a couple of times a week. They come on, they go off. Now, this is during the day. They come on, go off, come on, go off, and then we don't see them for another week or two. But the lights are still not on. Our water problem,
Mr. Cobb, which lights?
pardon?
Which street lights?
The street lights in the whole subdivision.
Okay,
And Bolte
in the
Crossing.
subdivision.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry. The water problem, they have sprayed the lots right behind our house and down another street. I can't remember what the name of it is, but they're not building on that one, but they, I call it spray seeding, but it's another name for it. Hydro seeding. Is it hydro seeding?
Yes, correct.
Well, and I reckon they're going to try to grow grass fast enough to stop the water, but it's not going to work. When I left the house this evening, there was about a 6 or 7 foot water coming down the driveway, the road behind us, coming around the curve. It's out into the street, just beautiful, muddy water. And our street, our yard is still the same, but I'm thankful that the Canadian geese are no longer landing in the back of our yard thinking it's a lake. They must have all stopped migrating. But anyway, the water problem still exists. And I'm hoping that the houses that they're building like crazy down there already had building permits with them, because they are putting them up on that one street down there like crazy. And I think that's about it. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have a request from Elizabeth McDowell to speak. Elizabeth?
Thank you so much. Sorry for my appearance. It's really coming down outside.
Yes, it is.
I'm glad we have a nice, safe place to have this meeting at. But could you imagine if you didn't, if you were having to live out in these elements? That would be really hard. So, my name is Elizabeth McDowell. I'd spoken some time ago about the What Would Jesus Do Act. To expand public housing, to bring dignity and care to the homeless individuals in our community by providing showers, places to charge their phones and electric bikes, washing machine and dryers to wash their clothes, and other collaborative services. But I'm not here to go on about that. I'll hand you copies of it after. Right now, I speak because there's an urgent need. I don't mind doing the work myself. I just need funding, and that's what I'm requesting tonight. We have a weekly negotiated rate of $54 a night at the local Days Inn. but it needs to be paid in full, which comes to $451 and change. I'm needing that for a homeless man so we can continue to seek public housing. And another is a woman who can't find shelter because she wants to keep the only thing in her life that she loves, her trusted pet. And I'm sure we can all relate to that. They're our little fur babies. So I'm requesting $300 for the first man, as we've had a couple of anonymous donations, and I want to thank them tonight too. And I'm requesting $452 for the homeless woman and her pet, bringing the total to $752. This will give me the time I need to connect them to long-term housing applications and resources. The gift of time, rest, and a hot shower are invaluable. I want to streamline the application services and process, digitize it so people can fill it out from their phones and send them to each reduced rate apartment. It took me a week, and I'm a mom of 5 kids with time on my hands to run around town, and it took me a week to get all of the paperwork I needed just to get into public housing. And it was fortunate that the man had a birth certificate. Otherwise, that would have been a huge hurdle. When you don't have an address to send these documents to, you can't get any of the services available, not even through the link or housing. That's a huge barrier. So I'm also asking for a public address we can send these documents to where they can pick up the vital information they need to pursue permanent housing. I'm also working with a new soon-to-be nonprofit called Isla's Hearth. As we try to bridge the gap between homelessness and housing, one night off the streets is better than nothing. But with your help and the What Would Jesus Do Act, which can be seen on the Cullman City YouTube page from September 29th, 2025, this heavy lift becomes something tangible and a model of action that all cities can and should implement. I believe in the goodness of people and the kind hearts of the people of Cullman. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your care and concern. At this time, we'll move to item number 2, special event request from Tommy Tidwell of the Alabama Wildlife Federation to host the annual Wild Game Cook-Off fundraiser event at Depot Park on April 29th from 5 to 9:30. In our work session, we discussed last year this was held at Fest Hall, but they're going to take it over to Depot Park under the big tent and awning. I guess they're going to expand that a little bit this year. Do we have a motion to approve?
I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Item 3, special event request from Pastor Linus, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Clucaritas, for a walk for Sacred Heart Church from is that correct? St. Boniface Church in Hanceville to Sacred Heart Church. Oh, that's going to be quite the walk. That's what you were talking about earlier, wasn't it,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Shackle? So it will be a long walk, and our police department and the Cullman County Sheriff's Department will be involved in providing safety and security throughout that. That is on April 12th, 2026, from noon until 4 p.m. Do I have a motion to approve?
Madam President, I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Hearing none, motion carries. For reports of committees, boards, and officers, Council Member Place 1, Councilman Scheichel.
I've got a few things. So first, I want to talk about the 911 dispatch. So right now, for the first time in a long time, our 911 operators are fully staffed, including 2 part-time positions. I want to congratulate telecommunicator Cade Quick and his wife, Maddie. They welcomed baby Arthur Dean Quick and their family on February 18th, 2026. And then Communications Director Danny Kane welcomed his second grandchild, Stone Ford, on February 13th, 2026. Radio technician Eric Torbert is now able to input addresses into Spillman to validate. This is something I actually had worked with, talked with Chief Peoples. This was a concern, a serious safety concern for the city because the way that the system was set up, we weren't able to validate addresses on 911 calls, and it was actually causing some of our 911 calls to get very slow responses to. So congratulations to Eric Torbert for being able to accomplish that. And then finally, for communications, they've taken 7,981 law enforcement calls as of this date since January 1st, and then 979 fire calls. So they've been very, very busy. The police department, just go over just a couple things. I know that Covenant Group, I don't know if y'all saw the news. Covenant Group is they deal with child sex trafficking and issues like that. They came to Cullman and with Chief Duncan and Assistant Chief Patterson and was it the investigations division or, patrol, they all worked together and they made 5 arrests, for child sex trafficking in Cullman. So that was really, really good. They did that a couple years ago as well, right? So I'm proud of them for that. We had 1 donut delivery from Chief Duncan to City of Oxford. It was disappointing seeing him wearing an Oxford hat, but that was his bet, and he didn't welch on it. So that's right. So they've issued 126 citations so far this month. They made 6 DUI arrests. They made 54 misdemeanors and 20 felony arrests. So the police department's been very busy. Operation report from the fire department. They attended a event planning at St. Bernard, getting ready for the Blooming Festival. That's coming up, and that's going to be a very big deal. And then they met with the command staff at Decatur Fire Department to discuss their new EV training and the new ordinance regarding the public charging stations that we talked about at the last meeting. So, but that's it.
It's good. Thank you. Councilmember Place 2, Councilman Moss.
All right, Harmony, you want to go to the podium? We'll have Harmony from update us on some tourism news and some exciting things.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Madam President and Council Mayor. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm Harmony Hurd-Steed, Executive Director of Tourism for Cullman, and I'm so excited and honored to present this to you. We are just today revealing our brand new website for Cullman. It is awesome. It's vibrant. It's beautiful. We are so excited about it. We are so proud of it, and we hope that every single person in all of Cullman County is proud that this is what's representing us. So you can see from the top, you've got to scroll down on the homepage where you can go to choose your experience. We're featuring weekend adventures, our fantastic festivals that everybody knows about, our downtown discoveries where you can spend time downtown, and then going through Faith and Inspiration, our Smith Lake Escapes, and then our Farm and Flavor. We're putting some strong efforts towards growing our agritourism. Continuing scrolling down, we got this super cute map that is just a feature of some stickers that we designed to call out some different attractions and things that visitors might be engaged with. And then going down, we've got things to do, where to stay, where to eat. And on each of those pages, it features a filter and a drop-down menu where you can search to find all of our partners, our restaurants, our shops, our attractions, and our hotels. Then we've got a call out there to what's happening in Cullman. So anybody who's got an event going on in Cullman County that they want to get publicized, they can submit it to us through info@cullmantourism.com. Your event will be posted there, so any visitor that's coming into our area, they can search for it. Scrolling down just a little bit more, we've got Sports That Shine, so our sports tourism across Cullman County, and then also our group meetings and events where we're pulling in and we're recruiting and prospecting for more events and driving more tourism to our area there. Scrolling down, that's just it pulls our Instagram page there, so just some cute features. Everything is cohesive. The design is user-friendly. It's engaging. You can plan your trip. We've got a blog that we have that already has some blogs posted, and then we have a newsletter that's going to start rolling out next month. So everybody sign up to get our monthly newsletter from the Cullman County Tourism Bureau. At the top, would you go to see, at the very top ribbon, we've got things to do. So you can click on each one of those pages, and let's go to downtown Cullman. Click that. Each page is beautiful and vibrant, and it's got a little excerpt that tells a little bit about what's going on in that area of our community. Scroll down, we've got super fun stickers that are created, and we've just got another way for the user to really be engaged and go to different aspects of our community. There, we've got where you can search all of our different attractions, things to do, just ways to engage people and get visitors to first come to Cullman and see us as a destination, a year-round destination. But then once we get them here, how do we get them to stay longer? How do we get them to support our local restaurants, our shops, and just spend more time in Cullman and more nights here? And back to the top. Okay, so then across the top, we've got all the way to what to eat, of course, is a filter for all of our restaurants, and then where to stay is our hotels, Airbnbs, and cabins, even our glamping, of course. Then you've got the plan your trip button. And if you will go first, can we go to weekend itineraries? What I'm really excited about, y'all, we've created itineraries for anybody who's looking for something to do in Cullman. You can choose your itinerary. Go to this page, scroll down, and let's take Downtown Discoveries and click view your itinerary. Okay, so right there we've got a call out for somebody what they can do for an entire weekend here in Cullman. So we're telling them what our locals will do, what we think they should do, and we feature all of our local businesses and just cool things to create an entire weekend experience here. Where to stay, where to eat, and fun things to do. So y'all go through that. Our next move is to do a brand activation awareness. So you're going to see social media going out, building these itineraries out to get them out into the nation for people to come to Cullman. Then lastly, I wanted to do another presentation on our Cullman Adventure Savings Pass. So we're so proud of this. So this is a visitor savings pass that they can download. We worked really hard on this. So if you scroll down on this pass, anybody who's coming into our community, they can download this pass. It goes straight to their phone or to their email, and it's a partnership with all of our restaurants, shops, and attractions here. We've reached out to all of them and said, hey, do you want to be featured on this page? We've got people coming into Cullman, and they may be coming, let's say they come to the Omni. We're trying to get them to get out, come eat in our restaurants, shop in our shops, spend more time and dollars making an economic impact in our community. And our great community responded. You can see all of the businesses there that are featured. They're in control of those discounts. They're offering 20% or buy one, get one free or something like that. So we're so proud to be able to feature that to all of the visitors coming in and to support our local businesses. We had about 500 hours of work between me, my team, and Red Sage Communications. I want to give them a shout out. They're who's developed our website for us. But it's been a whole lot of work, a labor of love, and it's something we're really proud of, this website. We hope that all of Cullman County, all the community is proud of it too. Welcome anybody, feedback, if y'all want to reach out to me. I'd love, even if it's, hey, you guys did a great job, we'd love to hear that too. So we hope it's something that y'all will enjoy, and it will engage our visitors.
And when did it go live?
Went live today.
Went live today, okay, great.
Harmony, I used it today.
You did?
I did.
Oh, great. What did you think?
I had a citizen contact me, and they have visitors here from Germany, and they're staying for 10 days. And I saw that y'all posted on social media that the new website was live.
Yes.
So I pulled it up, I shared it with them, and it was able to give me some resources to give to them. So yeah,
Oh,
came in handy
perfect.
today.
That is great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any questions?
No, look forward to exploring it, so thank you, Harmony.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
That was a good segue into, Nathan mentioned to me earlier that this weekend, we had a volleyball tournament at the Omniplex. We had baseball, so I think the hotels were full and Cullman was full, so hopefully in the future, those people will download their pass and go explore Cullman, so anyhow. All right, Nathan's here, but I'm gonna wait and let the mayor touch on another thing here in a second. So that's all I got right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harmony. Council Member Place 3, Jason Willoughby.
Tonight, we'll be voting on a few resolutions. I wanted to speak of a couple of them. We'll be voting on Resolution 2026-34 to possibly adopt the Street and Infrastructure Capital Improvement Plan. While campaigning, I think I knocked on a couple of thousand doors, and the streets were always in the top 3 of issues or concerns of citizens. We've kept that in mind. I don't think I'm the only one that heard that while we were knocking on doors, but so we've all kept that in mind, and working with Erica, our city engineer, she has interviewed and vetted and has chosen a company, First Step Pavement Management, to, if we vote to go into contract with them, they will basically give us an assessment and the data for infrastructure conditions for all 207 miles of our streets and sidewalks, curbs, and street sign conditions. And Erica's here. Erica, would you give a few more details than that? She's been in 2 meetings with them and done a great job getting them to the table and deciding, choosing to go with them.
So we actually compared 2 different companies, First Step and another company. They both perform road assessments, and they both provide the data back to us in a usable format. The main difference was one is a human platform where they have a data center where humans actually evaluate the roads, and then the other one was strictly AI-based. And so I had multiple meetings with both companies, compared apples to oranges really on that, and ultimately decided that First Step was the way we needed to go. We just weren't comfortable with AI at the time, and so this company will provide a driver with a 360-degree camera on their vehicle, and they will ride our entire road system. We provide the GIS layer that includes all of our road segments that we currently own and maintain within the city of Cullman. They will install this camera, and they will drive the roads, and they'll do initial assessments. These third-party companies will do an initial assessment as they drive the roads, and they're viewing them as they're driving them. And then that video will get sent to a data center where an actual human element will comb through with a fine-tooth comb and look at each roadway segment, and by segmentation, we'll give it an assessment. That data will be provided back to us in the form of what's called a heat map, and that heat map is going to be broken into roadway segments in color-coded formats. So your greens are going to be your good roads, yellow is your fair, all the way down to red, which is going to be what is considered a lost road, which needs major capital improvements. We're going to be able to use this data. It's going to be provided to us in an Excel format, so that way we can be able to share this platform across inter-departments as well as with the council and the mayor, and we'll be able to view each roadway segment and its specific rating. We'll receive a PCI for each road segment, which is your pavement condition index, and this will be provided from this third-party company that's analyzing this data. They will also provide to us the distress level that they have come up with, or each distress segment, in the form of base failure, fatigue cracking, alligator cracking, and then it will also give us an analysis on potholes. Potholes are something that are generally easily fixable, and so this will also provide a condensed resource that will list out every area that we have potholes that we can give work orders to our street department employees for them to be able to go and fix. There's also other data it collects, because this, like I mentioned, this is a 360-degree camera, so it's going to capture a whole entire radius of information as it's driving, and that will include signs and striping. So it will inventory our signs for us, as well as give us conditions of our current striping on our pavement. It will also give us conditions of our sidewalks, and it will also give conditions of curb and gutter. There's other assessments that you can add, or other assets that you can add to this as we go. Is if we see the data that it's providing to us is beneficial, we can keep adding. Another benefit that we can include with this, we do our own sewer surveys in-house. We have a camera system that will actually record video of the condition of our sanitary sewer, and we're going to also be able to couple this in with this data for each roadway segment, so that way we have a full inventory of this street, the condition, the underground assessment, and be able to utilize this in making decisions for upcoming paving plans.
Great job. Great job. Yeah, this takes a lot of the opinion out of what roads need the help and what roads. We'll have a great database of all of our roads, and hopefully link that with the street infrastructure capital improvement plan. So we have a plan going forward of annually of roads that we plan to pave and can budget for them.
And I just want to mention one other thing, but the signs that where it will assess our signs, it will map those also. So the signs, we can look at the condition, which I know you all know where all the signs are and the condition of those. But if we have traffic engineers and traffic studies coming in, it'll give them that information too, so that they can look and assess with the traffic count to see, are all of our signs placed where we need them? Do we need to add some? Do we need to remove some? So it's going to provide another layer of information. And I just want to thank you, Erica, for the work that you've done on this. She has contacted vendors, lined up demonstrations, made charts to compare, because like she said, it has been comparing apples to oranges because you have one human aspect and then one AI. One company had an annual recurring fee, the other one didn't, this one does not. And so then we'll be able to put that capital improvement plan for the streets in place, and then the departments will be able to decide when we need to go back and reassess. So we won't be bound to an annual contract, but I appreciate your work on that, Erica. And Scotty joined us on some of those demos. He had to join remotely as he was at some training, but we appreciate that.
Also, we'll be voting tonight on Resolution 2026-76, which is to enter into a solid waste management plan for Cullman County, or with Cullman County, rather. This is a state requirement, and Sam is here tonight to bring us up to speed a little bit more on the details of that resolution.
So what it is on a 10-year basis, every municipality or county is required under Montgomery law to put all the data together so you can lay out the plan going forward. Last time this was done was November 2015. So we're a little beyond that. And the county's been working on it with Labella, who's the engineering firm working on it for them. And so tonight, what kind of things it looks at is the tonnages. You know, how many tons is being disposed of, where it's being disposed of, looking at the recycling, how much recycling is there, where's the tonnage, where's it going, what's going on with it. So down the road, if we apply for an ADM grant or the county applies for a grant or any one of the other 10 municipalities inside Cullman, you need to be consistent with your solid waste management plan. Obviously, right now, it's a little outdated, so like the recycling facility that the city has now isn't in the original plan. I shouldn't say original, isn't in the 2015 plan. The tonnage differences, if you look back to 2013, it was roughly 76,000 tons that went to the landfill. Last year, there was 132,000 tons. So you can see the difference. You also report demographics like the population. They also want to know about industry, how many customers each municipality services, where that volume goes. So it's what I'm asking is, in this case, is for us to participate, and then when they get it done, that whole plan will have to come back before the council, and the council will have to review it, make sure it's consistent with where we're headed as well, and then we can sign off on the plan and put our names to it instead of us doing one of our own, because we are part of a bigger team when you look at the fact that we have a joint venture with the landfill, so it's really important to keep that going.
Perfect.
Right.
Thank you, Sam.
No problem.
Thank you, Sam.
That completes my report.
Thank you, and I like to see the way the plans are coming together, and I'll have some in my report too, just making that master plan for the city. We do get a lot of questions about infrastructure. I got questions this weekend, and by you guys being able to provide that information for us, I'm able to communicate that when people ask me, so I appreciate that. Councilmember Place 4, Councilman Schaefer.
Good evening, y'all. How are y'all doing today? Okay. Got a few things. I'm so sorry. Chris could not be here and Brian could not be here, so I've got David here. He's going to go over what is going on out at the water treatment plant. They are working on the clear wells out there, clear tanks, storage tanks, and I've got some pictures Brian sent to us, and David's going to kind of go through that, where they're at and what they're doing.
Certainly. Thank you, Councilmember Schaefer. So, as he mentioned, this is a ongoing, it's a supplemental contract between the Utilities Board for ongoing capital improvements out at the water treatment plant. And this particular contract is for rehabilitation of 3 2-million-gallon ground storage tanks for finished water before it's conveyed to the city's distribution system. So the contract was awarded upon receipt of RFPs, and it was awarded to the original manufacturer of these structures. Like I said, there are 3 structures. They vary in their construction date from the mid-'60s to the early '80s to the late '90s. And so they're in various conditions, but similar in nature. And the contract was awarded to the original manufacturer, Crom Infrastructure, out of Florida. And so they began work on this project in mid-January. And essentially it's just that. It's a rehabilitation of 3 concrete structures to remove existing coatings, repair any deficiencies in the concrete, be it cracks or spalling, and ultimately to resurface and apply a new coating to the exterior of these structures. As part of this contract, they'll also complete comprehensive inspections of the 3 structures, which was a requirement of 8M, and so they'll take care of that as part of their scope of work. So work is ongoing as of the end of February. Approximately 80% of the prep work on these structures is complete, and they anticipate that recoating of the structures will commence in the month of April. The contract is scheduled currently to be complete prior to June.
Yeah, you'll see that first one was built in 65. The second one was built in 82, and the third one was built in 98. You see the difference, and the third one was in ground there, and that's just a change in technology. It's like everything else, technology is changing right now. It's changing the way we do everything. And then Chris said also, he told me today that out at the waste treatment plant, they have started cleanup out there. They pressure washed one of the tanks out there, and it looks so much better. Was not able to get pictures, but he is, Chris has been busy today. But everything else is going good. So far, so good. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. That's all I got, Kim.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Schaefer, and thank you, David. So one more step in that infrastructure update and keeping everything going for the city. Appreciate that. Now, for my report, Jamie Troutman, Director of Economic Development, is not here this evening. She and Ben Harrison are attending the Verticon in Atlanta to promote Cullman and strengthen connections in the aviation field. So I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the future. But economic development, we do not have current listing for unemployment. The Alabama Department of Labor has not posted that yet. But the Economic Development Agency has also submitted our FY27 appropriation request to Congressman Adderholt. They have submitted an existing building for a potential industrial project. Economic Development is planning a job fair for CERTA employees that will be held on March 25th from 6 to 8 at the Wallace State Community College Training Center, where CERTA is closing, but other plants, it's my understanding, immediately called our Economic Development Agency and said, we want you to connect us with these folks. We need them in our plants. So hopefully we're going to be able to make some partnerships there. And Economic Development met with Launch Regional Partnerships, and Jamie Troutman and John Bullard with Cullman County have been asked to serve on the board of directors. So we are continuing to lead in that industry. And we have the application period for Assistant Director of Economic Development has closed. And then tonight we will consider other job descriptions from Economic Development, and then approval of those. We'll be posting those jobs afterwards. Then from Human Resource, our Michelle Bates, our Director of Human Resources, here for update tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. So one of our projects that we had listed out as a goal for the year was to update our job descriptions, and so we've been kind of chipping away at that department by department. We've completed the wastewater treatment plant with the assistance of Chris Freeman and have overhauled all of those job descriptions, and the council approved those during the last meeting. Sam Dillander with sanitation has been super helpful in overhauling all of those for his department, which are up for consideration tonight, as well as Ms. Troutman from Economic Development. We've had some come through for her. We're about 75% of the way completed with the Water Sewer Department, also with the assistance of Chris Freeman. And I believe Chief Peoples and his folks have been working on the fire department, so that'll probably be our next group to review. Other things we've got going on right now, we do have a meeting scheduled on Friday for the Personnel Board. We've got some new members who will be sworn in and taking the oath of office. And other business, they will be considering recommending to the council the adoption of the new employee handbook. That has been something that's been in progress and for about a year or so now. And it adds some updated policies such as in the employee's grievance policy, which we've not had in the past. It provides a policy for employees who are working out of class. And what that means is if someone has an extended medical leave or something and an employee has to step up into a higher position, it outlines the compensation for that employee while working out of their class. It also implements formal processes for things such as leave transfer donations and light duty that were not included in our current handbook, and kind of updates existing policies that we have. So looking forward to seeing what the Personnel Board thinks about that, and then hopefully getting a recommendation to you guys. So
Thank you. Thank you for your work on that handbook, and also for working with the Personnel Board and the department heads on the job descriptions. That's, when we first started talking about getting these job descriptions done, it's like, whoa, this is a big task. And so we're just going to chip away, one tree at a time. We'll keep chipping. So I appreciate your work on that. And the HR department has onboarded 54 new employees, and some of these have already been mentioned in other departmental reports. Off-boarded 95, 7 full-time, and 88 seasonal. And we had no retirements this month. In our IT department, we are now streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Our YouTube channel is up and running. And work continues with Civic Plus on our website and our app redesign. And Leanne is ready to start using that mass notification system. So you should be getting emails about that, and we're going to be publicizing that throughout the community so that community members can stay involved and stay informed and stay safe. We'll also be working with our branding design committee tomorrow. We have a group coming together. You've all seen some samples of that brand standard, but we're going to all get around the table tomorrow and put eyes on it and make some opinions there. IT has also evaluated Duck River network infrastructure and provided recommendations for improved reliability and security. And also, Jacob and his team have been working with Chris Freeman out at the wastewater treatment plant on gate security, door security, cameras, and fiber connectivity. So a lot of technology work going on to support all those infrastructure projects that we have. And I do want to thank Brian Kirk and Leanne and Jacob for working on our YouTube channels, our Facebook, and our brand. And I think Leanne likes working on the brand sometimes. So we'll be texting each other at night and say, what do you think about this one? She'll come up with a new one. So I appreciate that. And to log on and sign up for those alerts, the City of Cullman, as I mentioned, has, and this is live, it's up and running as of today, the alert and notification system. When you go on our webpage, there is a sign up for alerts notification. If you click, there's a few steps that you need to take. I think we'll go ahead and send this out to all internal employees, Jacob and Leanne. We'll be able to do that, right? But citizens can go on and sign up for these alerts and sign up for which alerts you want to receive. So if it's weather, if it's emergency, if it's events and festivals. So Nathan, your team, I know y'all are going to want to take a look at this too, but it's coming. So you can sign up for anything that you want. And you can do that on the website. You can also sign up for text message alerts by texting Cullman AL to the number 38276. Or you can go on the website. So more news coming there. But finally, we actually have something we can see. We've been telling you it's coming, but we have something now that you can see. So we're excited about that. And for the court report from our court clerk, Blakely Cockrell, in February, we had 201 cases docketed. We had 311 completed. 184 were traffic, 16 non-traffic, 1 environmental. The pretrial diversion program through fiscal year 26 we've had 29 defendants for the month of February. We had 5. We had 1 individual who completed the rehab completion report. where they were recognized for successful completion of the rehabilitation program in 1 year with no additional criminal offenses. So that's a success story. And the municipal court so far for fiscal year '26 have had, they're $45,134 higher than collections from last year, and 4,965 have been from pretrial diversion, 4,340 have been from driving school, 120 have been collected from records request. We have some additional training going on in community service and adulting days at Cullman High School and Holly Pond High School. And the last item for this report is that Judge Jason Knight kindly assisted the ARAB Municipal Court and ARAB Municipal Court as a special judge to oversee the conflicted cases, and both courts expressed appreciation to the City of Cullman and Judge Knight because he was able to provide them with help. And it's an honor for our courts to be called upon by other courts when they have a time of need, so we can support our neighbors. And that is all for my report. And now we have mayor's report.
Just a couple of things tonight. First, last time I talked about the paving instead of in front of Redstone Federal Credit Union. I'm sure most everybody had driven it at some point in time where it would sing to you, it would rock and roll you, and that was not the City of Cullman, even though we might have got accused of it, but it was not us. It was part of that project. It was part of the overall Redstone Federal Credit Union project. So ALDOT, that is their road, and so they insisted that they fix it. So if you'll notice at the end of last week, traffic was kind of snarly through there, and they were milling and paving and getting it back to shape. It's not 100% complete. Pavement is complete. There's still got to be some striping and some shoulder work and sod work and all that, but much better.
It is better.
Yeah, much better. So we appreciate everybody working on that, because that's all I'll say about that. But it's fixed. So next, I'm going to ask Nathan Anderson, and I think Nathan, you want to bring your team up also and to the front. And I asked them to come up. Now this is a very big team effort on this, what we're fixing to talk about. But these guys are really in the thick of it. You'll hear a lot about our festivals, all the things that go on. You know, one of the things we chose many years ago with our festivals, Strawberry Festival, Oktoberfest, Christmas Market, was to honor our German heritage. We're very proud of that, and we're glad to do that. And that did not go unrecognized by the Alabama-Germany Partnership. And they have an award that they give out every year at their annual meeting, always until this year, to an individual. They made an exception this year because of Cullman and what we've done, and it's called the Rainier Bauer Award. Now, I'm going to hand this to Nathan. Nathan speaks so much better than I do. Nathan?
Well, this is their top honor that they give out one of these a year. And this is just given out usually to an individual that goes to great lengths to improve relationships with Germany and Alabama, economically speaking. That's why Dale's here. I mean, Dale's been involved with the radar recruitment and the development there, but also just promoting the German culture and heritage. And as the mayor said, these festivals have done it in a fun and exciting way, and it's been great for our local economy as well. The two events, Oktoberfest and Chris Kindle Market alone, this last year was responsible for bringing over 500,000 people to the city of Cullman, and that's from all 50 states. Now it's hard to travel anywhere and spend any amount of time in any city, especially in the southeast, when they don't know about Cullman because of the Chris Kindle Market or one of these other festivals. So thank you guys for the continued support with our festivals. Dale, you and your team, and what y'all done with economic development and the support we get, and then every city department head in here. This is actually all of our awards because we couldn't do it without y'all. So thank you. Take a picture really quick.
got up and accepted the award, I did just like the night. So first, then I let Nathan speak. But, Nathan, tell them about polling, there's a big audience, a lot of folks here.
These are, this is German industry all over, manufacturing all over the state of Alabama, coast to Tennessee line, all three state borders. The question was asked, if you've been to Cullman, to our Chris Kendall market, raise your hand. I was expecting to have quite a few hands raised, but literally all over the room, from one end to the other. You could hear a few gasps in the room like, wow, so many people have been there. But there's just a lot of exciting things happening in Cullman, a lot of people taking note. And afterwards, I know every one of us that were there, we heard it. People were just blown away by what's happening here. And it's not just the bar, it's the community. We couldn't do it without our businesses here. Those businesses make the market. So we just appreciate it.
And these people, I think they'll say, use the word, they're not critical, but they look at that market in a somewhat critical way as far as positive critical. They know what a real market is, and that's very refreshing that our teams, I'm going to say, use a plural word, we very conscious effort as we did this to make sure that we were authentic. We went to the trouble to actually go to some markets in Germany to make sure that we achieved this. I think we achieved it.
Yes. And this is the leadership team involved with making it happen. So they are the brains and the masterminds behind everything that we love and get to enjoy.
We wish Miss Judy could be here.
Yeah.
This is Ms. Capels, and got a little German blood in her, and she really has helped us a lot with our German products and all these things. We've kind of worked to death. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to piggyback on that just a little bit. If you were in pre-council, you already heard this, but I had a citizen that contacted me today because they had been stationed overseas in the military and had friends from Germany who decided that they wanted to take a vacation in America, and he thought, well, they're going to Disney World or they're going to Washington, D.C., and they said, no, we're coming to Cullman. And so they are here spending 10 days from Germany because they knew of our sister city and they knew of Cullman and the German heritage, and so they want to do all things Cullman in 10 days. So I think that's a testament to that award as to why they would come. Thank you. Now on to unfinished business. Item number 1, second reading of ordinance 2616 to update Chapter 62 zoning, Section 165, reconstruction of damaged buildings or structures which received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. Is there a motion to adopt?
I make a motion we adopt.
I second.
Okay, would you conduct a roll call vote, please?
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Scheichel.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item number 2, second reading of ordinance 2618 to rezone property located at 2211 2nd Avenue Northwest from R1 Residential to B3 Business District, which received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call vote, please, Mr. Moore.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Scheichel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, second reading of ordinance 2620, update Chapter 62 zoning, Section 32, lots, yards, and open spaces, which received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. We have a motion to adopt.
I make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call vote, Mr. Moore, please.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Scheichel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4, second reading of ordinance 2621, update Chapter 62 zoning, Section 163, nonconforming lots, which received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Roll call vote. Mr. Moore?
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5, second reading of ordinance 2623 to create a neighborhood enhancement program within the city. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, roll call vote, please, Mr. Moore.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6, second reading of ordinance 2628, establishing procedures for the sale of real property owned by the city. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call vote, please, Mr. Moore.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Item number 7, second reading of ordinance 2629 to establish a process for a property owner located outside the city limits to request sanitary sewer service from the city. And that would have to be requested. That does not necessarily mean that it's granted. It would be considered. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion, we adopt.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please, Mr. Moore.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 8, second reading of ordinance 2630 to establish a process for a property owner located outside the city limits to request water service from the city. That is a request, a process to request. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion, we adopt.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9, second reading of ordinance 2631 to adopt an official tree list for the city as recommended by the Tree Commission. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion, we adopt this.
A second?
ordinance.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 10, second reading of ordinance 2632 to annex property owned by Joseph Culpepper located at County Road 1273 into the city limits of Cullman as AG1, Agriculture District. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
I second.
Roll call vote, please.
President Pro Tem David Moss.
Aye.
Council President Kim Hall.
Aye.
Councilmember Jason Willoughby.
Aye.
Councilmember Paul Schaefer.
Aye.
Councilmember Chuck Shackle.
Aye.
Motion carries. On to new business. New business item number 1 is the first reading of ordinance 2633 to adopt regulation for the retail sale of hemp products within the city of Cullman. As mentioned, well, it was in work session. Do you have any information on this, or?
Not really. I think Mr. Moore, whenever he spoke on it, he really, he elaborated enough. If anybody was listening earlier, it's the most restrictive, it's the most restrictive ordinance that we can do on this particular agenda. So
We want it documented during the meeting. You want him to speak again? Just to
yeah,
highlight,
if you
get
don't
the high
mind.
points, Wes, please.
Sure, definitely. So the state passed basically the legalization of hemp, and what we've got here is some regulations. Since the state passed it, then the council would need to pass regulations for businesses that want to sell these products. It is very restrictive. There's distances from schools, there's distances from churches. There's also no drive-throughs, no exterior displays. Also talked about where they can be located. Can you go back to the first one? All right, B1 is pharmacies only. B2 is pharmacies and package stores. B3 is pharmacy only, and CBD is pharmacies only. The ARC recommended that we start out with a very restrictive ordinance to make sure, this would not be around children, it would not be around younger people, with the package stores being, older person, and then also with the pharmacies, a place that's highly regulated. So that was kind of the idea, was to be as restrictive as we could, but then the people that actually do need these products or want these products would have a way to get the product.
I think the ARC did a really good job of ensuring, the locations out of our neighborhoods and into places that if we're gonna sell it, that's the places that need to sell it. They did a really good job.
Thank you. Item number 2, first reading of ordinance 2634 to establish procedures for the adoption of an annual street and transportation infrastructure capital improvement plan for the city of Cullman. Item number 3 is a resolution number 2676 to enter into the solid waste management plan for Cullman County, excuse me. And Sam told us about that earlier, so this is that additional step of capital improvement planning. Do we have a motion to adopt Resolution 2676?
I make a motion to adopt.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 4, Resolution 2677 to amend position control and job descriptions for the city of Cullman. This is 8 job descriptions for the sanitation department and 1 job description for Cullman Economic Development Agency as an economic development manager. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 5, Resolution 2678 to authorize the mayor to enter into an agreement with First Step Pavement Management for professional services. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to adopt.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 6, Resolution 2679 to award the bid for landscaping and irrigation for the Lazy River at the Wildwater Water Park to the lowest responsible bidder, Bright Landscape, LLC, in the amount of $237,625, I'm sorry, stumbling. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion, we adopt.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries.
Can I comment, please?
Yes,
So
please.
I want to brag on Wes or give him credit for trying to expand the number of people that are companies that bid on projects like this. There's not everybody has all the qualifications when it gets to this level, so he did what he could to get more bids. And I also want to, I know it's a big number. I just want to say it's within the expectations of what they thought. It's a big project, so I know there's a couple of questions about that. So, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and thanks, Wes, for putting that out to bid and publicizing that. Item number 7, we have board appointments. Do we have a nomination for appointment to the library board for a term expiring September 30th of 2029?
I'd like to recommend Drew Green.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor of appointing, or reappointing actually, Drew Green to the library board, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, the appointment carries. Drew Green is reappointed to the library board. We have an appointment to the Wellstone Board of Directors for a term expiring 2032. Do we have a nomination?
Nominate Casey Sparks.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor of Cassie Sparks to the Wellstone Board of Directors. This is also a reappointment for a term expiring in 2032. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, the appointment carries. Item C, appointment to the Zoning Board of Adjustments for a term expiring February 14th of 2029. Do we have a motion for a nomination?
I nominate Ann Swaka.
Okay, Ann Swaka, supernumerary position. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, the nomination carries, the appointment carries. Congratulations, Ann. Thank you for volunteering and applying. We appreciate that. Any other closing comments or remarks from the council or mayor? Okay, the next city council meeting will be on Monday, March 23rd at 2026 at 7 p.m. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none,